Hey everyone, last posted a video, I believe it was middle of last week, telling you I was going to do some work on my basement, kind of straighten things up, get it ready for gaming. I had shown you this bookshelf. I've got a couple of boards and a vacuum kind of in front of it, but kind of give you the rest of the room. I did get stuff moved finally, and everything's done. I got my painting table right there, kind of organized. I have to thank my wife. She kind of organized and straightened all my paints and stuff like that. Although we both agree that I need a better light setup. That one is meh, kind of a meh. And I have this shelf moved over here. Kind of got all my gaming stuff on. I got boards, board games, excuse me. A lot of games that I want to get out on the board and play. You know, wouldn't mind to get out and play that original Axis and Allies. Battle Masters is a fun game. It's kind of a lead-in game to some miniature wargaming. I can show you that. That's a fun game. U.S. Civil War. That's a fun game that I definitely want to get going. I got some more back there. Got a House Divided, 1754. What else we got there? Settlers of Catan. There's Empire Builders, a railroad building game. That's a fun game to play. Then I have all my miniature stuff here. Underneath it, kind of my project that I'm working on. You know, there's all my British that I have painted so far. This is the drawer of French. And then here's my 6mm Austrians. I've got a whole bunch of Prussians that I need to work on painting, which are right in this drawer here. So maybe one of these days I'll get to that. And just right here is kind of my what I'm working on next. So I've got, you know, Prussian 6mm cav back there. That's 15mm Highlander. That's 172nd Spanish infantry, and then this is a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons stuff that I need to get painted. But yeah, I have all of my, so I've got all my miniature stuff kind of organized on that shelf, and then the rest of the room we put a floor carpet in, you know, kind of keep it nice on the feet. Got the overhead shop lights. That's the old computer there. Then we also got a new computer there. And then I don't know if you recall previously, this wall was just bare studs, and Buddy helped me hang the drywall. Before we hung drywall, we put a power socket and then an electrical socket, and then also wired some Cat5. Got a Cat5 port underneath there, so we don't have to rely on the Wi-Fi to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, because if you want to do some streaming or video, all that kind of stuff, it's a lot more reliable if you're not relying on Wi-Fi to do it. My Wi-Fi is kind of spotty, and this internet provider I have is kind of iffy. So so yeah, this is the update to my room. So I guess to ask you guys to inaugurate my new computer and a streaming setup. I still have to set up the microphone and the camera, which is no big deal. I mean, that can happen. I think eventually what I want to do is, depending on, so this is the room for the table. I'm eventually going to get a table, but for right now I've got two 2.5 foot by 6 foot folding tables that I can put side by side as a temporary measure. But I think I'm going to somehow set up like a hanging, some kind of rack so I can hang the camera to have a top-down camera view as well as the microphone. So that way you can get some top-down stuff. But anyways, so that's down the road. So, ask you guys, what do you guys want to see to kind of kick this whole thing off, inaugurate this whole thing? Got my computer set up there. Do you want to see me stream a video game just to do that? Do you want me to watch a stream of a board game there? Or do you want me to get some miniatures on the tabletop and start pushing some miniatures around? Why don't you guys let me know what you guys would like to see. But beyond that, my next project is I'm going to be working on the Sport of Kings campaign game. And my idea right now is to use members of the Tabletop Commanders to play the various factions. And I think the first iteration I'm going to do is we'll just do it in board game fashion. Roll some dice, you know, to do the battles, stuff like that. And then once kind of see how the rules work out. But then once we get that done, get through that campaign, get some feedback on the rules and how the rules play out, then actually fight battles using miniatures and turn it into a full-blown miniature campaign. Now ideally, because I don't have all the miniatures painted up to do a full-blown miniature campaign, what I'm going to do initially is, as we fight battles, as does everybody when they want to get into a new hobby, especially miniature wargaming, they use unpainted figures and just bases. And so I think initially what I will do is use maybe sticky tack some unpainted figures to bases, or even just use do some paper printouts on bases, so that way we have something to represent on the board. And then as I get miniatures painted up, then the painted miniatures will fill in and replace the stand-in miniature bases. So if anything, it'll keep me motivated to keep painting, so that way I'm not just looking at this unending pile of miniatures to paint. I actually have a goal to work forward. Plus, being able to play miniature games will help inspire me to get stuff painted done too. So, but let me know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know what you guys would like to see from me, as far as a video, whether it be miniature related or even computer game related. I've got a number of computer games that I have installed that my computer that I have now will actually run. So, other than that, that's all I have for now. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy painting, happy gaming.